Hi guys, welcome to another flip through. Today I'm going to flip through my latest book, which is Mountain King. I did my quick flip through when I launched this, but I thought I'd just go through it and talk about the duplicates with the difference and a few other things. So let's go. I'll start out with a This Book Belongs To page, which I was looking forward to colouring in. I'm thinking of using gold inks, maybe bronze inks. I wanted it to have the vibe of a page from an old manuscript. Plus you get to colour in some cute little geese and dragons and things. And this is just to evoke a sense of adventure. We're going through the door into an adventure. And any excuse really to draw a fun border, I'm going to take. So the first illusion we're talking about is Our Forgotten Crown. I thought I'd show you some of the illustrations that I did for this. This is my sketchbook, and I worked through a few different crowns and ended up with that sort of shape, sort of a spiky elven shape, which is what I went with in this. But of course, if you get the paperback version, then you will also have the black edition, I like to call it, where I often add black backgrounds and change things up a little bit. So there are a few changes to this. It's a bit darker, there are skulls added, but still fun. Our second illo is Enchanted Gate. Enter at your own risk, adventure awaits. I'm always a big fan of a gate, especially one that leads through. Circular gates are also quite attractive to me. And of course, when you draw a gate like that, it needs a dragon. This one's pretty much the same, but I've changed where he's looking. So I don't know if this is a magic gate that every time you open it, we've got a different scene. He's looking over water here to a castle on an island. A few different elements sort of scattered through. And he's holding a lamp because it's night time. This is one of my favourites from this book, Television. I was going to show you some of the yellows that I did for this as well. I was initially going to draw a big troll, just one troll sitting under a bridge. But then I realised that I had left no room for drawing anything up there really. So I reduced the size of my troll and did two trolls, dropped the bridge a bit, which allowed me to draw a really cool little wagon, which is on here somewhere. Anyway, I did a couple of goes at drawing the wagon. The first one I drew was too wide, and then I drew the second one. I put this yak sort of thing in front of it because I like the fact that she's wanting to go fast, and he's obviously not as speedy. He's strong, a lot of torque, but no speed. Let's go to the secondary page, which is black background added, a few little changes. Not a lot of changes, but yeah, there's an extra greenery and a few extra fun things to find, which I'll let you discover on your own. The Old Town. I thought this was fun. It was intriguing to draw because you got to, each building became its own thing, and then you got to put little people in the buildings, and then the street also was winding through, and you could have little things up there, and then there's all little bits and pieces hidden throughout. And on the duplicates with a different side, there's a few little changes. It's a night. Just looked like a fun little street to get lost in. Whilst you colour. Moths to the Flame. Fast food is my subtitle for this one. It's a fun little lamp, and these dragons, or tiny dragons, obviously hunting the moths. Easy prey. And the duplicates version for this one is similar. I've played with the background. I didn't want to just do a big black screen, so I've sort of lofted it through there and added in an extra dragon, because you can't ever have enough dragons. This is a very dragon vibey fantasy novel-esque sort of book. This is called Escape, another bridge. I don't know who's escaping. I think these guys, in my mind, were escaping from this dragon, but this dragon looks like he's not really perturbed by running over the river. Maybe there's a surprise in the river for him. I just added a black sky here. The last in. Well, this is another fun one, and I was really enjoying this slimmer border, just containing the colouring. Just seems to make it so much more accessible. I think I've got a fat bumblebee, whereas we've got no fat bumblebee. This is the last in night version, and I think I added some dragons and a few other things. This looks like a fun place to spend a night whilst you're travelling through the wild. Pony rides in May sunshine. And we're headed up the mountain path, obviously ready for an adventure. But if you go at night, you may find that there are giant monsters waiting for you. Are they friendly? I don't know. That's for you to decide. Woodland Dryad. Oh, I enjoyed drawing this one. And all the little creatures. I don't know what these are. This is a dryad, obviously. These are little nymphs, little critters that are playing in with the music, joining in with the music. And they're in here, but butterflies have changed to bats at night. Just sort of the darker version. Pipe dreams. Got 5 dwarfs around a campfire. They look like they've been enjoying some of their provender. Maybe some of these barrels contained whiskey. That's their preferred dwarf drink, isn't it? Once again, little changes. The griffin, a nest in the ruins. I love playing with architectural details. Just imagining this fallen down cathedral. This one's a little bit scarier in the background, but we've lost the owl and now have some baby griffins. I couldn't decide whether to draw an owl or baby griffins, so I just draw them both. Duplicates with a difference, so I allow me to do that. Spellbound. Well, this is a fun new character for me, a little wizard, and his companions. The subtitle of this picture is a little bit out of control, and things look like they're a little bit out of control. And this is the black background version, and there are differences. All creatures have changed. Morning hunt. Little butterfly dragons. Lots of details that have changed in there. This is deep in the mountain, none shall pass. This is my minotaur guarding his maze. And this also is my minotaur guarding his maze. But this one's a little darker because it's night. There's skulls. All of these things have changed, which is fun to discover. A sea king. His beard is infested with fish. And he's got quite an elaborate trident. Tentacles and waves and all sorts of fun creatures. This is Harvest Moon, the Twilight Pumpkin Thief. And I did my September buddy colour comp based on this character in a different setting. The duplicate with this is quite fun. There's a whole other scene happening here. It's a farmhouse rather than a barn, so all good. Hidden Valley, secrets under the waterfalls. Now I did balk a little bit at drawing unicorns. It's not really my vibe, but I got into it, and there it is. The skull cat guardian sort of helped me along. I changed a few little bits and pieces on it. It's a full page one. I love this one, the Phoenix. The spark of new life. And I didn't black background this one, but I did reduce and change a little bit the borders that are in the background of it. So you've got your choice of which one to colour in there. Words of wisdom, the oracle speaks. Once again, I gave in to my desire to draw fun old architecture that's in a little bit of ruin. And this oracle was just a cool little character to put together. All these little belts and bags and lanterns. And this one's, I didn't want to add black to that because I thought that's just going to wreck the whole stained glass vibe. So I added a little portal in the background here, looking into space, and we also gave him a helper who's holding a lantern as well. So mix things up a bit on that one. Centaur's archery practice in the forest path, or on the forest path. These little centaurs, I flipped some things around and put a castle in the background. It's got a sort of all thank vibe, that castle. Love walking through the forest into things. The Toad King. Well, it's not Mr. Fogarty, but it's a fun character nonetheless. He does look like he's up to mischief, doesn't he, with his little entourage of wickedness. And I just simplified this one down a little bit. The background. Sapphire Lake. This dragon's obviously enjoying flight. And I was just imagining it diving down into the lake and swimming around this boat. I think it's a friendly scene. I don't think it's going to attack the boat. And my duplicate for that was just to black out the border. Forest Guardian. Safe in the shadow of the mountain. Well, I love these little Pegasus and this Guardian elf. And it's the mountain from the front cover. Give you all an opportunity to colour it with a lovely tree border. I was quite happy with that border. This one's the same but black background, and I've removed one of the babies. And here's Challenge, a very Asian themed mountain to conquer. This guy looks like he's ready for anything that comes, but is he ready for that dragon? Playing games, and here's the last illustration. This is called Eldamar, Waiting for the King. These do relate to different words from Elvish, as far as I can tell. Just wanted to show some of the different ideas I had for drawing the thrones. So many fun thrones to draw. I didn't want to stick with just one, so on my duplicates version, I changed it up. Well, this is sort of a little bit more organic. The elves, guardians guarding the throne with the tree, with the heart-shaped fruit, and a little dragonlet. And this one's more architectural, and a big fat dragon guarding the throne. And this one's called Anmug. I'm still waiting for the king. And the second set of pages begins here. So this is also a nod to the stained glass window that was used in the front cover. And I think that's all that there is. Looking for another adventure? Make sure you sign up to my newsletter, because you do get a free monthly download. And I'll let you know about new books that are coming up and things like that. And if you love the book, if you've got it and you love it, why not leave it a review? You know that less than 1% of people leave Amazon reviews and ratings, which is quite astonishing, really. Getting quite a few of these books now, 16 at last count. Hopefully you've got some. Well, thanks so much for flipping through Mountain King with me. I hope you enjoyed the flip through. Remember to like and subscribe on this video, and check me out in another video. All the best, guys. I'll see you around.